Imagine surviving in a post-apocalyptic world, where every decision can mean life or death. Welcome to the world of DayZ, an exhilarating game that throws you into the heart of a zombie-infested landscape, where survival is your only objective. This isn't just your typical run-of-the-mill zombie game, oh no, it's far more than that. It's a thrilling, heart-pounding experience that keeps you on your toes, as you navigate through desolate towns, dense forests, and abandoned military bases. In DayZ, the threats aren't just the roaming undead. The real danger comes from your fellow survivors. Trust is a rare commodity, and alliances can shift in the blink of an eye. One moment you're sharing a can of beans, the next you're in a high-stakes standoff. That's the unpredictable nature of DayZ, a game where every decision you make could be your last. Are you ready to learn how to survive in DayZ? Let's dive right in. Creating your character is the first step in your survival journey. In DayZ, your character is your lifeline. It's an extension of you in the harsh, unforgiving world of the game. So it's crucial to set up your character correctly. The character creation process is not just about choosing a cool look or a catchy name, it's about selecting the right skills and attributes that will help you survive and thrive in the game. Let's start with the basics. You have a choice of gender and you can customize your character's appearance. But remember, it's not a fashion show. The real deal is in the skills and attributes. Skills in DayZ are divided into 4 main categories: physical, mental, technical, and combat. Every skill has a unique impact on gameplay. For instance, the higher your physical skill, the more stamina you have, and the faster you can run. Mental skills affect your character's ability to withstand stress and fear. Technical skills can help you craft items more efficiently, and combat skills, well, they're pretty self-explanatory. The attributes, on the other hand, are strength, constitution, dexterity, and intelligence. Strength affects your melee damage and carry weight. Constitution influences your health and resistance to disease. Dexterity impacts your movement speed and precision. And intelligence affects your learning speed for skills. But here's the kicker. You can't max out everything. You have to make choices based on your preferred gameplay style. If you plan on being a lone wolf, surviving in the wilderness, focus on physical and technical skills, and strength and constitution attributes. If you're more into player interaction and combat, go for combat skills and intelligence attributes. Choosing the right skills and attributes is a strategic move. It's about knowing your strengths, understanding your gameplay style, and making informed decisions. It's about setting up a character that can survive in the world of DayZ, a character that reflects you. Remember, the right character setup can significantly improve your survival chances. The first day in DayZ can be overwhelming, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Your initial moments in the game will be a mad scramble for survival. The urgency of finding food, water, and shelter will be your foremost concern. Don't panic. The game world is vast and filled with resources if you know where to look. For instance, apple and pear trees are a good source of food and hydration early on. Keep an eye out for them, and don't hesitate to pick up canned food or soda whenever you come across them. Water, on the other hand, is a bit trickier. Ponds and wells are your safest bet. Just make sure to avoid drinking directly from the sea. And remember, dehydration is a silent killer. Keep your thirst in check. Next, let's talk shelter. In DayZ, the nights can be just as dangerous as the days. Finding a secure place to hunker down for the night is crucial. Abandoned houses, barns, or even dense forests can offer temporary safety. But be vigilant. You never know what or who is lurking around the corner. Speaking of which, let's not forget about the zombies and other players. Stealth is your best friend here. Stay low, stay quiet, and avoid confrontation whenever possible. Remember, everyone's trying to survive and not everyone is friendly. Lastly, but most importantly, exploration. Familiarize yourself with the map. Learn the landmarks, the towns, the terrain. The more you know about your surroundings, the better you can navigate and find resources. And remember, sometimes the best strategy is to simply keep moving. Surviving the first day is tough, but with these tips, you'll make it through. Remember, DayZ is a game of endurance and strategy. Every decision counts, every moment matters. So, take a deep breath, step into the post-apocalyptic world, and let the survival adventure begin. In DayZ, crafting and resource management are key to your survival. As we delve deeper into the game mechanics, we unearth the vital role of crafting and resource management. Both are not just game elements, they're survival skills you'll need to master in the merciless world of DayZ. Let's talk about crafting first. Essentially, it's a way of transforming raw materials into useful items. For instance, you can craft a makeshift backpack from burlap sacks, or create a fireplace from sticks and a rag. The crafting system in DayZ is intuitive and realistic. It encourages you to think on your feet and use what's available in your surroundings. Now, where do you find these crafting materials, you ask? They're scattered all around the world, in homes, barns, sheds, and even in the wilderness. While some are common, like sticks and stones, others like ammunition or medical supplies are rare. The key is to be observant and thorough in your searches. Moving on to resource management, it's crucial to keep a keen eye on your inventory space. DayZ doesn't pamper players with unlimited storage. You have to make tough decisions about what to keep and what to leave behind. A good tip here is to prioritize items based on their utility and rarity. Food, water, and medical supplies should always be on top of your list. After that, consider keeping tools for crafting, weapons for defense, and clothes for warmth. Remember, your inventory is not just storage, it's your lifeline in this harsh world. Another important aspect of resource management is to consume resources wisely. Don't waste bullets on easy-to-kill zombies or eat all your food when you're just a little hungry. Be frugal and strategic. Never forget, DayZ is a game of survival, not conquest. It's about making the most of what you have, not accumulating the most you can. It's about being clever, resourceful, and patient. Remember, being resourceful and efficient can make the difference between life and death. In DayZ, your survival depends not just on your ability to fight, but also on your ability to think, plan, and manage. So keep these tips in mind as you navigate through the desolate yet captivating world of DayZ. In the world of DayZ, other players can be your greatest allies or your worst enemies. That's the beauty of this game. It's a social experiment as much as it is a survival challenge. Interacting with others is a significant part of DayZ. You can communicate with players in various ways, from in-game voice chat to gestures. Remember, every interaction can lead to an alliance or a confrontation. Trading, for instance, is a common practice. It's not just about swapping goods. It's also about establishing trust. Remember though, in the world of DayZ, not everyone can be trusted. Now let's talk about combat. It's a brutal, unforgiving part of the game, whether you're up against the undead or another player. Against zombies, melee weapons are your best friends. Aim for the head and keep your distance. Firearms are loud and can attract unwanted attention. Fighting other players, however, requires a different approach. Stealth and strategy are key. Use cover and always try to get the first shot. Remember, it's not just about who has the better weapon, it's about who has the better plan. But here's a crucial piece of advice. Not every encounter needs to end in a fight. Sometimes it's smarter to avoid confrontation. If you're outnumbered or outgunned, there's no shame in retreating. In fact, knowing when to run can be just as important as knowing when to fight. And let's not forget about the importance of healing. Always have bandages, painkillers, and blood bags on hand. In the heat of battle, these items can mean the difference between life and death. So, to sum it up, communicate, trade, strategize, and fight wisely. And remember, sometimes the best strategy is to avoid the fight altogether. In DayZ, knowing when to fight and when to run can save your life. So, keep your wits about you and stay alive. Now that you have the basics, let's cover a few more survival tips. In DayZ, your survival hinges on your ability to stay one step ahead. Keep moving. Staying in one place for too long is a recipe for disaster. The world of DayZ is vast and unpredictable, so always be on your toes. Use the environment to your advantage. Dense forests can provide cover, while high vantage points offer a good view of your surroundings. But be cautious, as these locations can also be a trap set by other players, and finally, always be prepared for the unexpected. In DayZ, the only certainty is uncertainty. You may encounter other players who are friendly, or you may be ambushed by hostile ones. Your gear might malfunction, or you might stumble upon a treasure trove of resources. Adaptability is your greatest ally in this game. Remember, in DayZ, every decision matters. Good luck and happy surviving.